I went to college and I got my career started, and it was in marketing and design. And I just kept pushing myself and pushing myself. When I started using alcohol, I never ever saw it as a problem right away. Then I ended up, going through life and getting married, and that just became a regular part of our lifestyle. We were a couple that entertained. When I did drink, I always drank to excess. I always drank to the point where I was drunk and I would get behind the wheel of a car and drive. I would go home, take showers, and go to work, and I maybe was intoxicated. I never thought it would get to that point because I was educated and I knew better. I started drinking more hard alcohol and realizing that sometimes I was blacking out and not remembering what was happening. It just got worse. I started to drink on the job. I would drink in the car all the time. I had multiple hiding places in my home to the point that my daughter started finding them. And I remember sitting in a garage and saying, I think I might have a problem. In 2019, I was diagnosed with cancer. I stopped during that period of time. My life seemed to start improving, and I didn't drink at all. Well, then COVID hit, and we were stuck at home. And it was one of those things where I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have a glass of wine. And that glass of wine's turned into more, and then eventually turned into bottles. And then it was divorce, and I still wasn't done with cancer treatment, so I turned to alcohol to cope. And I wanted to stop, but I couldn't stop. My life was completely out of control. My relationship with my daughter had been bad, and I hadn't seen her for a period of time. And I was like, how did I get to this point? I lost who I was. I wasn't a mom. I wasn't sure where I belonged in the workforce. I lost my husband. I lost my body. I really had no idea on the inside who I was anymore, and ended up drinking till I blacked out one night. And I woke up the next morning laying on the couch, and I was like, oh, my wrist really hurts right now. I'm like, I don't know. I went into the bathroom and I looked in the mirror, and my whole entire side of my face was bloody and scabbed, and my wrist was bent. And I sat there and I'm like, I don't even know what happened. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, I think I fell down the steps last night. And I said, I can't do this anymore. And I called my pastor. And that was the first time I admitted that I couldn't do this on my own, that I needed to go somewhere for help. And I had lost my job 2 weeks prior to that. I went into treatment, got everything kind of in line, and I was like, I still financially did not know how I was gonna do it. But guess what? We have the opportunity with Emily's Hope to get the help. I've rebuilt my relationship with my daughter, and it's been a lot of hard work. I did not even have contact with her for 7 months at all. When I finally was able to get in front of her and say, hon, listen, I have this problem, and I know we haven't talked about it, but I went and got help. And she said, Mom, I'm so proud of you. And just love working with the youth. I've actually shared my story with them as well. God really came through in this story. He took something that was super dark and he made it into something really, really good. Nobody loves to tell their story of shame and of guilt, but I feel the more we keep it quiet, the more people don't see that it's real and it's out there and it's every day and it's in people that you don't expect it. I had so many people say, I would have never guessed. You seem like you always had it together. And why I put on this really great face right away, inside I was dying. My life has completely changed. I'm in a new career, a career that I can help people in the cancer world, and I love that. I've heard more people say that to me. I can see it in your smile. I can see it in your face. I can see it in who you are now. The old Melissa's back. But that's what Emily's Hope does. It gives you that hope to be able to make yourself who you once were, who you are.